Hey, what's up there, guys? Elton here in the Milan sector of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where I was born and raised, but not in this part of town. But I used to walk around here a lot back years ago, going back, I don't know, let's say more than 10 years ago. And you guys are familiar with my videos. I'm addicted to old vehicles. I used to see quite a few of these around here back when there were less cars around here and there was more parking spaces, and the gas was cheaper, and insurance was cheaper, and fucking plates were cheaper, and blah 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 blah. Oh, nice Mustang. Where the fuck are you going? Holy shit. Sorry, buddy. Yeah. Anyway, so since the rain has let up temporarily and there's some beautiful old homes around here, I figure why not make a little video. Maybe we'll see something vintage on wheels. I don't know, maybe not. On verra, as we say. This is one of the reasons why this place is a popular place to be here is because of the fact that there's a lot of kids who go to McGill University, which is just near here, and it's next to the McGill Ghetto, and still fascinated by that term, McGill Ghetto, considering that the McGill University is one of the finest in Canada, and probably, I think, the most expensive in Quebec. Look at this fucking thing, eh? These are very popular in Tokyo. Actually, in Japan, period, I should say. Maybe it's because everything's so small over there, including the people generally. It's the complete opposite of the United States, where I found out recently that in the top 10 best-selling cars in the United States, the top 3 are not even cars, they're pickup trucks. Seriously, like, the fucking number 3 was the Dodge Ram. The number 2, I think, was the GM and Chevy Silverado. And number 1, yep, you guessed it, Ford F-150 series, 150, 250, 350 being the heaviest. Oh, you know, I like when it just gets a nice light rain like this and there's not much wind. It's perfect time to go walk around. You're not going to get cold from the rain. It's not a cold rain. The birds are all at Twitter. They're all excited. It's spring. It's fucking May 22nd. I mean, I'm not rich these days and I haven't even paid my rent yet. But you know what? Life is good. My health is good. And as you guys know, I enjoy myself almost every day going out there and exploring my own city and documenting, as some people say, whether it be streets or cars or trains or whatever it may be. You know, it's a lot of good fun. And I'm glad I definitely did pick to film a walk in the street, because all the homes around here are old. It's like where I live in Hochelaga, but more upscale, more expensive, and you know, generally a higher income earning type of people. I don't want to say higher class. I don't want to fucking, you know, minimalize the people in my area. Yeah, there's a lot of people low class in my area in Hochelaga, but there's a lot of good people too with class. So yeah. Hey, what's that over there? I see something old there. Good old Toyota 4Runner circa 1991 to when did they make this particularly one? Until 96, I think. Or is it a Pathfinder? No. Yeah. Oh, it's a nice one too. I like that. Yeah, that's a nice look actually. Let's have it. Oh, and it's a 2-door. 2-door is fucking rare. That's funny to see that, because just yesterday I was thinking about my old friend Simon there, and he one time I went to go look at one of these in Longueuil. That's what I was thinking about, because I was in Longueuil yesterday, just south of the city there, and we went to go look at one. The guy wanted $2,500. I mean, the thing ran like a fucking top. It had piles of miles, but you know these Toyotas, you can't kill highest quality. But the thing was rusted to fucking shit, man. It was rust all the bottom. They rust like crazy, these 4x4s. $2,500? Get the fuck out of here, $2,500. I told him, I said, don't buy that truck, man. You know? Then he ended up buying that clean 79 Delta 88, which he should have never sold, but, you know, what do you want? He's a millennial, for Christ's sake. It's not like he lives in the country and there's tons of space and, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The old brownstones, eh? Here's something. What's going on in there? What's that noise? As Reverend Lovejoy would say in The Simpsons, that sounds like rock and or roll. The Simpsons. To me, the second greatest TV show ever made. What is that shit on the roof of that building? C'est quoi ça? C'est quoi ça là? Looks like a terrace or something. Old industry mixed in with the residential. Yeah. I've had this song in my head. I recently added it to my MP3 player. You know that song there? I'm 18 with a bullet. Got my finger on the trigger. Gonna pull it. You know, it's funny. I think that song actually was used in the movie Grease, but I saw Grease once or part of it. I wasn't into it. Maybe I'd have to watch it again. But then again, I love music, but I'm not into musicals. That means, if you don't know what I mean, movies with really lots of singing, like, you know, tons of it. You know. Yeah, we're pretty much at a rush hour here. These colorless friggin' cars. And now I think we're at Montreal'S Street. No, sorry, Avenue des Pins, Pine Avenue. And if I'm not mistaken, I filmed a really old vintage elevator. Original condition around here, but I haven't filmed an elevator in a long time because they're mostly revamped or new, and I'm not interested in those anymore. I want the old shit. I want the stuff that hasn't been revamped or restored, or at least if they have been partly, and if it's fucking new, it better be like really unusual or different, you know. That's what I'm down with. Speaking of down with things, look at that. I love to see these buildings and homes with all this overgrowth. Love that shit. Yeah. Oh man, I think I want to switch hands now. Oh, hang on, guys. Little death trap there, eh? Yeah, originally I was just gonna walk up Saint Laurent Street like I always do, and I'm like, nah, you know what? Let's go in a nice quieter area. See what we'll see. Off the top of my head, I remember one time I came up this street many years ago. I think it was 2005. And ooh, that's nice. I like that. Details. I love ornate details. Look at that same motif over here. Anyway, there was a what was it? Like a '68 Dodge van. No, sorry. It was like a Chevy van. It was one of those small ones there, known as a handy van. Oh, that's new. I think they're gonna make a condo. Probably. Oh, I think the hernia is acting up. Christ. For the love of Christ. What is that big truck I see? Oh my God, it's a dump truck. He's dropping his load even. Oh baby, let me zoom in on that. Come on, don't struggle on me, you bastard. Fucking camera. Oh, that's a rare Kenworth on top of that. Okay, moving it along here. Okay, check this out. So look at that. That's a first for me. Film a walk on the street and I see an old Toyota, an old 90s Toyota 4Runner, and here's an old fucking 90s Toyota Land Cruiser. Ah. What year is it? I don't know, but why does that wiper look like it came off a Chevy or GMC van? I know what I'm talking about. Don't fucking question for a minute what I'm talking about. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And I can even tell you, I know fucking cars so much that even that fucking wiper, if it was silver, it would have looked like it came off a Checker taxi. Hey, je sais de quoi je parle. I know fucking cars. I don't know what year this is, but I'm going to say mid-late 90s. Not rare. These were never common. Not around here anyway. Look at that beautiful architecture, you know? French architecture, I would imagine anyway. Love those roof details. I had a friend 20 years ago, actually. He lived on this street. He lived closer to Bernard. And I remember that, yeah, and his wife, and he lived with his wife, and they had a kid, and man, what a great place to live. He was a great guy. His name was Johnny. I used to work with him in shipping and textiles. When I worked in textiles, as the Southerners call it. Yeah. In 98, like I said. I remember that summer, it was fucking hot, man. Yeah, Johnny was a great guy. He was just like me. He was a big joker. It was fun. Fun guy. These are called Bixie Bikes. They apparently are finally turning a profit, it seems. Or last summer, anyway. Christ, I would hope so. Fucking goddamn city's been putting taxpayer money into this fucking company for years now, you know? Kind of reminded me of Bombardier. Man, that's a rare Kenworth. Holy cow. Hey, you know what? That used to be the Warsaw store where that Farmer Pricks is there. Yeah. Warsaw's. That's what it was, yeah. I think it's like Warsaw, Poland. That's what it is. It's probably the owners are probably Polish or something. You know. Oh man, that is a fucking rare Kenworth. That's the heaviest duty model. They use those trucks for logging even. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, man. Graffiti, signs of a ghetto. Yeah. Hey, check that out. That's fucking Jimi Hendrix. You see, this city's full of surprises. Check that out. Reminds me of my favorite song by Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower. Rare. Ooh, I like that. Charming old school entrance. Bullock Jeeps. I've seen enough of them to last me a lifetime. And I was thinking about it the other day. It's funny because these are like, it seems like these are now like the all-time best time for Jeep sales. Okay, let's say in the last 10 years or whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not sure. If you can confirm that, you know. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? What a beautiful ornate entrance. Something Jewish. I can see the Star of David there. Anyway, and yet, you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, Jeeps sold well, you know, for many years, right? But how many vintage Jeeps have you seen in the last so many years? And when I mean vintage, I mean like, let's say 80s and under, okay? Especially a CJ. I mean, those ones are rust buckets. They're really neat, but they're rusted like hell, you know? So, and now we're at, oh yeah, Bag Street. Why does this ring a bell? Bag Street. It rings a bell. I don't know why. It says something to me. The mountain, yeah, you see Mount Royal is over there. Maybe that's where I should go. Maybe I'll stop this here actually. Go to Park Avenue. Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. One more block, and then that's it. That's all. And I'm gonna make once again one of my spur of the moment moves to. I don't know. I saw Mount Royal there, and it's kind of calling me. So I don't know if I'm gonna go there, or I'm just gonna go walk on Park Avenue for a bit. And I'm gonna have to stop anyway because the bloody camera is getting real hot. So. Yes, sir. Man, look at this Beamer. It's got a skirt kit on it. It's an M series. V8, I think. Yeah. Yes, sir, Bob. Anyway, so we're gonna end it here. I don't remember what fucking street this is. I'll find out there. Oh, colorless cars. Seems kind of ironic too that was that Land Cruiser gray or blue? I know that the Toyota 4Runner was gray. I think they're both gray. Weird. Oh yeah, this is Marianne, I think. And since we're on the border of the Plateau, I should mention that cycling is very popular around here. Not to mention motorcycling. Can you dig it? You too. Oh, excuse me, pardon my French. We're at Duluth. La rue Duluth, yeah. That reminds me, actually, there's a really cool place at the next light over there called Centropole. I'm going to go back here one day. I'd never been to a restaurant like that before. There's nothing like it in the city. Oh, snap. There's a way to finish a video. Look at this old Mercedes coming. Right on. Is it a coupe? It's a diesel. Yeah, buddy. Right on. You know, it's funny, you still see these old Mercedes circulating here and there in the city. And why is that? I think simply because they're diesel engines and they're cheap on gas. But, well, maybe there's more to it than that. It's actually, maybe they're not as good as that Honda Accord you see over there. With these cars, you could put 350,000 kilometers, no problem. But those Mercedes, I saw a video one time and it said that they were actually pretty good cars if you took care of them, of course. Some cars are like that. They require a lot of care. If not, it's not going to last. So that's it, man. I just wanted to take a quick little scoop here besides that old Mercedes from the 90s, 220, 280, 260, whatever. I always forget what model this is. Excuse me, 190. I'll take a little close look here. We'll finish with a mural over there. Looks nice. Can you dig it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Beautiful mural. I love that about this part of town. There's murals all over the place. You know? I don't know. Sometimes I think, you know, if I would ever become an artist in demand and recognized and yada yada yada, and I got my work cut out for me in that field, making great money, I come live here at the Plateau. Well, you know, I'm an artist. That's where they live in Montreal. So, well, successful artist. I'm not a very successful artist, am I? Can't even fucking pay my rent on time, for Christ's sake. Anyway, I've said too much. So, yada yada yada.